Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you so much to our sponsors. Thank you so much to South Florida Tech Hub for putting together this amazing hackathon for all of you. We are the Civic Rangers, and we all love South Florida, but there's one thing that we don't love so much, and that is how the inclement weather here can be disastrous for our vehicles. On our team alone, we have someone who during Hurricane Irma incurred terrible, terrible damage to his car, cost him a lot of money. I mean, by a show of hands, who's driven around trying to find that spot so they didn't end up singing in the rain in a puddle when they get out of the car? I know I sure have. But it's a much more serious issue than that. These issues can lead to high costs, higher insurance, a strain on our emergency services, and that's why we've come up with this solution. We have Spot Me. It's a community-driven platform that allows community members, government, our businesses to offer their spots to people who truly need them in a moment of crisis. They have somewhere that they can put their car and know it will be safe. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it off to Alex. He's going to show you how our technology works.
Thank you, Brian. Essentially, we have two types of users, right? We call them donors and seekers. You can see the donors view on the left and the seekers view on the right. So we have users form that they can basically fill out and share their own personal information, and they can actually they can create their own profile, and they can publish their own parking spots, whether it's extra space on the driveway or it's a guest parking that they can actually just publish and for the seekers to find them. So if we go to the seekers view on the right, the seekers would be able to view those parking spots on the map. So they would always know where they can go based on the distance. So they can see that, for example, that parking spot that is available is 5 miles away from them, right? So they can just apply and send the request to the donor, which who is gonna see that on the dashboard, basically, in the requests panel. So all the people who have requested their parking spot would be able, the donor would be able to see them all. And you can see the status board here, if it's success, if it's approved, or if it's rejected. So basically, donor can offer as many spots as they have. So also, the seekers on the right would be able to track their own applications here, which is basically a very similar view. So both of these types of users can just call each other, email each other to prevent the accident happening with their vehicle, which is amazing in my opinion. So this is how we solve the problem of the floods, which are just crushing and destroying the vehicles in South Florida, which basically happens every year. You know it. So yeah, if we're basically.
Well, you know, what if I want to say, like, my area now is having a serious issue with flooding. I mean, we have an offer to solve that. We have all the zip codes, all the addresses. You can input it yourself. You can let your community know that right now you have some serious flooding going on. You should avoid the roads, or you might be in need of our service. You might need a place to put your vehicle so you're out of harm's way. We offer it right here. You can go ahead and put in an address, and it'll add to the database in real time. And it is hosted currently, so it's available to everyone who has access to it.